Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, thanks a lot, Ray, and thanks for sticking around for the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. We definitely need to get the rain out of here and bring in that nice weather that we should have in the next few days. All right, 412-575-2600 is the number if you want to get on board right now. Jason Mackey of the Post-Gazette and also The Fan is joining me over there in Studio A. And Jason, we have a lot to talk about here today. Coming off a nice U.S. Open, both of us were out there to, watch that final round, see J.J. Spaun make that putt and hear the crowd absolutely go berserk. And it was crazy. I did a story early in the day where I thought most of the people would leave, but fans stuck it out. These are diehard golf fans here. They love to see winners. They love to see championships. They love to see big events like this. And I'm surprised that many people stuck around for the kind of weather we had to endure, because I know I was a wimp. I was standing in the media center. I didn't go out there when it was raining.
I was out there the whole time, Richie. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, with your umbrella and your poncho standing there right there. Yeah.
I was surprised, impressed. I was a lot of things. I mean, the atmosphere at the U.S. Open was absolutely fantastic. I'm kind of bummed that it's going to be that long before we see it again. And, yeah, a lot of people hung around, the fantastic finish and all that stuff. I was surprised, honestly, that they got it all in. I thought this thing was tracking toward, and not only because so many guys tied atop the leaderboard, but just where we were in the day, how wet the course was. It was a minor miracle that they were able to finish that thing on Sunday night. Props to the grounds crew at Oakmont. They did a fantastic job. And J.J. Spaun came through, man. What a story he was for the whole tournament.
Yeah, one of the best, maybe one of the most dramatic moments in U.S. Open history. Definitely maybe top 10, that's for sure. It was a nice week out at Oakmont, except for the weather, but also it was fun. It was fun watching guys make me look good. These pros looked average. That's what the course does out there. Duffing balls, hitting balls sideways, backwards. I mean, it was crazy. That's how difficult that course is. And you were out there when I was out there, when we had a chance to play. Oh. There's no doubt about it. Guys are struggling. You can't hit a ball out of rough when it's buried 5-6 inches and try to advance it more than 40 yards.
I mean, you said it, Richie. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's one thing to say. It's another thing to try and do that. You see the course frustrating golfers, and I thought it was interesting, the club throw from Rory, Wyndham Clark damaging a locker. I certainly understand the frustration, and I guess we should just accept it with it being Oakmont, that's what you're going to have in events like this. It's wild to me, man. The U.S. Open loves this stuff. Oakmont loves this stuff. They love to torture golfers. It made for some highly entertaining golf, but I'm sure those playing it might not echo that sentiment. They're probably thrilled to move on to the Travelers this week.
Yeah, I know Oakmont members were loving it, seeing these guys do that out there. They wanted it to end in the plus numbers, but, J.J. Spaun making that putt, he finished with 1 under par to win it. So, all right, so moving on to the Pirates, maybe a little bit of controversy, not with their play, but it seems like the baseball world wants to see Skubal versus Skeens. Not too often can you get that matchup. They have an opportunity to do that tomorrow, but it looks like Skubal's going to pitch against Heaney and then TBD against Skeens in the afternoon with that doubleheader because today's game was postponed.
Yeah, I don't like it, Richie, and I don't totally understand why you don't. They had enough opportunity. I understood if something maybe got banged late or whatever. I mean, there was enough lead time here. It should be Skubal Skeens, especially for Pirates fans. We're not exactly in a great position to watch some entertaining baseball, and there's the possibility of having some of it tomorrow. And, hey, I'll give Tarek Skubal this. I mean, he's been better than Paul Skeens. I heard Filipponi talking about this today, Andrew, and it was a great topic. If they would just do a Cy Young Award for both leagues combined, would your Cy Young Award winner be Paul Skeens or Tarek Skubal? And I'd have to go Skubal. As good as Skeens has been, Skubal has been better. It's the premier pitching matchup in Major League Baseball. It's a bummer fans won't get to see it, and I don't have a good reason why not.
Yeah, I mean, he's on a better team. He has a winning record. Paul Skeens doesn't. Maybe you could say Paul Skeens is the better pitcher, but his record doesn't indicate that, I mean, he does what he can to help the team win. The problem with the Pirates is he gets no run support. And I don't. He's got to be leading the majors in a lack of run support. Has to be him or Mitch Keller.
Mitch Keller.
One of those two.
Richie.
Oh, Mitch Keller. So
Mitch
1,
Keller.
2, right? I mean, it's awful. And doesn't that open Bob Nutting's eyes to go out and get a bat at some point, right? We got to do something here.
I mean, you would think so. I don't understand what they're doing. I don't understand what they're doing in a lot of respects. Not helping the offense is obviously one of them. It's a very big one. But the person pulling those strings or not pulling those strings is General Manager Ben Cherington, and you're allowing him to sit in that seat. You realize that this season is lost. I know when I talked to Bob, 5-6 weeks ago now, when Derek Shelton was fired, he still thought this season was salvageable. I don't know how you can look at this season right now and think that it's salvageable. It's not. And one of the biggest reasons why it's not is Ben Cherington. And you're allowing him to continue, and you're going to allow him to execute another draft, another trade deadline. Makes zero sense to me. Their biggest problem is offense. I realize their options are limited at this point, but they have to do something here. Something now, something later, both. It's sad.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about Cherington and the Pirates after the break, but I want to talk about this live poll question right now. Make sure you scan the QR code in your right-hand corner of your screen. Will the Steelers sign T.J. Watt before the season starts? We'll talk about Watt after the break, but right now it seems like Steelers fans think it's going to happen. Jason, real quick, do you think it's going to happen? I do. I think it's going to happen right before the season.
I do too. And I wouldn't allow it to happen, Richie. I mean, if I was running the Steelers, I wouldn't invest that amount of money into T.J. Watt. And it's nothing against T.J. It's just somebody at that age with that injury history, at that position on the defensive side of the ball, I would spend my money another way. My opinion's irrelevant because I think the Steelers are going to extend him. I think you're probably going to see a hold-in type of situation. This will go right down to the wire. But the Steelers have expressed a desire for this to get done. TJ has expressed a desire for this to get done. I do expect it to get done. I don't know. Maybe there's going to be some drama throughout camp. I just think everybody's going to kind of look at this and say, it's going to happen at some point. We don't really need to see T.J. Watt do all that much in Latrobe because it's happened before. I don't love it.
No, I mean, history tells you he doesn't have to do anything because when he did held in, he was a defensive player of the year. So that was in 2021. So that could happen again. I just think the length of the contract, that's the big holdup here. I think 5 years is too many, would be too many to pay him that kind of money. But let's talk about it after the break. We have to go to the break right now. Back in a couple minutes. All right, welcome back to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. This is our Xfinity tweet of the night from Codified Baseball. Zach Greinke had a career .336 slugging percentage. The 2025 Pittsburgh Pirates are slugging .334. This is unbelievable. I just don't understand why they don't wake up over there, over on Federal Street, and go out and do something about it. Hopefully they do something in the offseason because yeah, it's definitely too late. There's no chance of them making a postseason run. There's no chance of them doing anything right now. I mean, but the only chance is Ben Cherington having another opportunity to trade guys away or acquire guys that might not be able to help. And I think that's the wrong decision right now. I would completely cut ties with everyone. They cut ties with Derek Shelton. Maybe Donnie Kelly is the guy. I like him. Playing around 500 ball right now. But they need bats. He's not a miracle worker, Jason. That's basically where we are right now. I don't care who is the manager. Joe Torre could be the manager. I don't think they're going to have a better record.
No, they're not, Richie. And part of the Pirates' problem right now, and I mean, this is a good thing, their starting pitching has been out of this world good. Their ERA since Donnie Kelly took over is either the best or the second best in baseball. I don't remember exactly where it is. But, I mean, it has been just absolutely unsustainably good. And sooner or later, that's going to drop. They're not going to have the best starting rotation in baseball. The bullpen's been a lot better, too. And I think Donnie Kelly has done a good job getting guys' attention, giving them something to play for, changing the culture around that team. He's done everything you would want a manager to do. But he can't pick up the bat and make guys hit. He can't make good offensive players out of bad ones. And all through their lineup, they have too many weak spots. And they have too many weak spots because they've either identified the wrong players or they've failed to develop players. Look at Ke'Bryan Hayes. I mean, that's a power position. They should be getting more out of third base. They're not getting anything out of him. I look at a guy like Jack Sawinski, who should be in the major leagues right now, and he hasn't earned that spot because they haven't gotten through to him and really brought the best out of him. Tommy Pham was a terrible acquisition. Joey Bart's having a disappointing year. Henry Davis hasn't been fully developed. They haven't gotten much out of Nick Gonzalez. I could go on and on, the Spencer Horwitz trade. Donnie Kelly can't fix that. Donnie Kelly can fix managerial decisions. He can fix fundamentals. He can fix pitching and bullpen and those sort of decisions, but he can't just instantly jumpstart the offense.
Well, we'll have a chance to see Billy Cook, who's going to play tomorrow, was supposed to play today. He'll play tomorrow. And, you know, he's tearing up the minors. He could have been the guy that was playing outfield for the Pirates instead of them wasting $4+ million on Tommy Pham, like you said. So let's go to Chuck in Uniontown. How you doing, Chuck? Chuck, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yep.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, fellas. Thank you. Yeah, Rich, you took the words out of my mouth. What's Tommy Pham doing? Tommy Pham should have been dumped long ago.
Yeah.
Long ago. He should have never been on the team. But I do want to ask you this. If Sherrington was let go, who would you want as GM? Do you have any ideas?
That's a good question for you, Jason. I don't really have any ideas. I don't know about you, but I don't want to promote anyone within. Even though I like a lot of those guys, I don't think that's the right move. I think you have to go outside.
Yeah, I agree with that, Richie. And Tommy Pham should be DFA'd, Chuck. I don't understand it. I understood not DFAing him at the beginning of the season because you have to give him enough time to prove himself. You have to give a veteran enough time to get his legs and whatever. It hasn't happened. They've been more than fair. They've been way too patient. Now is the time. I'd be giving those at-bats to other people. They're not even playing him that much. He's a reserve outfielder. It's silly that he's still on the roster. As far as the next GM, I can't give you a name, but I can give you a type. Somebody who's worked with the Cleveland Guardians, the Tampa Bay Rays, even the Milwaukee Brewers, a team that has had small market success. When the Pirates had a chance to hire a new GM in 2019, they were between Ben Cherington and Matt Arnold. Matt Arnold worked for the Tampa Bay Rays and most recently the Milwaukee Brewers. They swung and missed on that. It was wrong because Ben Cherington has never done anything in a small market. He's been with Boston the entire time. I want them, if they get rid of Cherington, to get their Matt Arnold, get their guy who's familiar in a small market, knows how to do what the Pirates are so weak at doing, scouting, evaluating, developing, all that stuff. So I don't think we've ever heard of the guy they might bring in here, and that's okay. But if he has a track record of success in small markets, that's who I want.
Yeah, and no matter who it is, they need to spend a little bit more money. I'm not asking them to spend, you know, what the Cardinals spend or the Cubs or not like the Dodgers or Yankees or Mets. They just need to spend a little bit more. How about $130 million a year?
Oh, Richie. I mean, I agree with you, but they're not.
But that's what they need to do. If you have the small market mentality with the guy that comes in here and can bring in and develop young guys, but also spend a little bit of money and spend it the right way, I think you could be competitive.
I mean, I agree with you. Again, I want to see the Pirates spend $130 million too. So I'm not defending the antithesis of that. I will be a little bit more realistic and say I don't think I see Bob Nutting spending $30 million more than he ever has on a major league payroll. And you
How about $20 million more? They should. I mean, I hope there's a work stoppage.
I don't know if he's going to spend 20 cents more, Richie.
I hope there's a work stoppage, and there needs to be some kind of salary floor.
Well, I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. But I will meet you here on what is logical and what I think they can do and should do. How about spending the money you do spend wisely?
Yeah.
Like Ben Cherington, the past two off seasons prior to this one, spent around $60 million total. Did they get anything for it? No. Spend $60 million wisely. I'll take that.
Yeah, Aroldis Chapman, one and gone. Tommy Pham, Adam Frazier. We could keep going with where they wasted money. Let's go out to Kirk and Manor. How you doing, Kirk?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey,
Good.
Kirk.
Hey, kudos to Jason. 100%. Don't pay TJ. Make him honor his contract. Guys, come on.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to honor his contract. And maybe this is a good question, Jason. Say they don't work out a deal. Does he play this year? Or does he just say, I'm not going to play, I'm going to sit out, I'm going to pull a Le'Veon Bell type thing? Because the Steelers could play hardball and say, you're going to play for the $21 million, and then we're going to franchise you.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, too. I mean, do what is best for you. That is professional sports to a T. Teams will do it. Players will do it. The Steelers have the right to do it. And TJ Watt, if he wants to play football, he's under contract for the Steelers. He can show up and play. If he doesn't have to. Well, you don't get paid, but you don't have to go play. I would do that. They're not going to. It's not in the same galaxy as what they're going to do, and they're going to view that as insulting to TJ Watt, which I sort of understand to a degree, given what he's done, who he is, and all that stuff. Yeah. I just think that, if you're going to re-sign here, if you're TJ Watt, you have to realize the amount of money that you are consuming. Like, you can sit here and say, I want to be paid more than Myles Garrett, but how's that Myles Garrett deal going to work out for the Cleveland Browns? Look at the list of the best defensive players in football, the most well-compensated defensive players in football. How do their teams fare? They stink. If you want to play for a bad team, great, and get rich, I think TJ Watt should want to win a playoff game and position the Steelers to have team success.
Josiah, you have about 15 seconds. What's up, Josiah?
Yeah, I was going to ask, they should pay him. After they pay Watt, are they going to have enough money to go out and sign another receiver? Because they're still thin at depth on the wide receiver.
Yeah, because the wide receivers that they would sign aren't going to cost that much. They're not going to bring in some high-end guy. There's none available right now. Even if they could trade for one, I don't think teams will let that kind of guy go. Give me a prediction on what you think would be a fair deal real quick before we go to break here, Jason. What would you pay Watt if you had to?
$30 million.
$30 million a year?
They're not going to do that. He's not going to do that.
He's going to want 120 guaranteed at least, right?
120 over what? Over 4 years?
Well, that's just guaranteed money. He probably wants a 5-year deal, right?
Yeah, I just wouldn't do it.
So 5 years, 5 years, 150, guaranteed what, 100 and some of it?
Yeah, man, that's just
then you
so
can get
hard.
out of it.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I know.
I would not give him that. I'd want the average annual value to be around $30 million, and I'd probably max out at going 4 years. If you want to get creative in how you spread that out, fine. I don't think I'd go more than that.
All right, we got to take a break. Back in a couple minutes.